Hey, welcome. Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. Stop by Aldi. They have no more new wines. They used to have their fancy wines, specially selected wines. But they seem to be through with those. You get a new one every so often. Everything else is kind of stale. But I grabbed one that's a new vintage, and we got the Aldi's William Walker Monterey Chardonnay 2024. The label says it's winemaker's reserve, but since there is no winemaker's regular, how do we know it's a reserve anything? And it doesn't mean a thing on the label. So don't pay too much attention to that. It's from Monterey. Aldi used to have William Wright Monterey Chardonnays and Pinots and all those wines from Monterey. And typically speaking, Aldi will own the trademark, and then if they have to get rid of a producer, they can, and they keep going with their wine. After building the wine up, they can still keep it. Here they changed the name from William Walker. There must have been some kind of difficulty with the trademark, from William Wright to William Walker, and now Plata Wine Partners is making the wine, and they own like 20,000 acres of coastal vineyards in California. And they also, the winemaker Allison Crowe makes wines for Kirkland. You see hers on a lot of California wines. So Allison Crowe's wines are usually very well received. So this Plata Wine Partners is actually, they do bulk wines and brand wines, store brands. But they're good. They actually have been making. They have a good track record. I'm gonna take a sip here. Nice Chardonnay, $10. The alcohol is 14.5, a little high there, but you don't get the alcohol. Well, maybe on the very end of it you do a touch, but not really. And that after a few sips, that'll wear off. It is a bolder Chardonnay. It's got firm flavors. More melons, more Anjou pear, the pear that's kind of drier, not so juicy. It's got nectarine, spice. It's a nice wine. It's actually has enough body that if you're cooking on the grill, you got pork chops or you got chicken, and even a burger. I mean, it has enough of the good stuff that you could, if you don't want a red wine, this will stand up to a lot. I mean, I don't know if I'd want a steak with it, more or less, but more white meat type of things would do well, as long as fancy salads. Every time I do one of these wines, I start salivating because I'm thinking of some really nice salads with pecans and cranberries and all that kind of stuff. But and spicy Thai. This will put the fire out from Asian food, and it'll really go well. And plus, it's got enough acidity to cut the fat that's in your mouth. Those things that cuts right through it and get your palate ready for the next sip. It's a nice wine. I'm gonna take another sip. Yeah, when I first tasted it, it was open. It was a little like, it's a little bit too bold, but now it's kind of mellowed out to where the flavors are more, more balanced. I mean, I was getting very strong melon above everything else, and that's kind of just morphed into just another flavor along with all the others. Yeah, it's a nice tasting wine. It's put a good chill on it. It's $9.49 nowadays. When it was, this is the William Walker Monterey. When it was the William Wright Monterey, these wines were $6.99. And as I recall, I really liked those wines, especially the Chardonnay. Maybe the Pinot Noir, when you get down to $6.99, is sometimes a little tougher to make a really, really good one. But this Chardonnay's fine. And this Chardonnay's got malolactic fermentation. It's got some oak aging. You're getting a nice vanilla. It's not a oaky wine at all. You're not getting butter, but you do get a little bit of cream, a little bit of vanilla, maybe a touch of honey, and you get the fruit, the more rounded fruit, not like not like a well-oaked wine that it's a buttery thing. No, this is just a good sipping wine. Yeah, every sip I take, the better it gets, which is nice for a wine. And yeah, you don't want the wine the first sip to be good and everything else to be torture. No, this one keeps on going. So if you're thinking about picking up a sub $10 Chardonnay for one of these storming in today, one of these summer days, this is not a bad wine at all. And it's at Aldi. Aldi either has really, really good wines or kind of suspect wines, and this is one of the good ones. So there you go. Keep it cheap. Adios. That's Domain Dave. We'll try to do some rosés and maybe some summertime sparkling wines coming up, just to keep it everything in the right mood. So adios. Keep it cheap. This was the Aldi's William Walker Monterey Chardonnay 2024. It's worth drinking. So keep it cheap. Adios. Bye-bye.